very inconvenient for the Oba.
Of course it is, it's wrong.
Very inconvenient.
It's wrong, and what is his motivation? It's purely money, isn't it?
It was money. It was he had there is all kinds of speculation that there is this notion in the election that played out 5 years ago that the governor felt he didn't get the support from the palace, and so since then and he won that election. So his next 4 years or 5 years, he didn't step foot in the palace. When visitors came to the state, he took them somewhere else.
Basaki is he the current state governor?
No, he lost.
He lost.
Yes.
So who? Oh, I see. So it's whilst he was in power, he's done this.
It's whilst he was in power. There's a new state governor now trying to working closely with the palace, trying to.
Oh, so the new state governor is on the side of the Oba?
Yes. Yes.
Right. So is Obasaki? He's got a lot of power.
He's currently doing meet and greet, talking to Edo people everywhere. He's still. I think he's got a lot of power with the German. Maybe not.
Yeah, it just seems unbelievable that you've got the Oba doing his best, fighting his corner. You've got the current state governor doing his best on the side of the Oba, and you've got a past ex-governor causing the problem.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And then the people in Benin, a new museum is always welcome. So they've seen the structure, and they're caught in the middle, but majority are on the side of the Oba.
Was Obasaki in power when Germany handed 104 million euros?
Yes.
Right, okay.
He was the one in charge. This state governor even came out to say he didn't know.
And did any of that money go towards the Oba's museum?
The Oba has come out to say the Oba didn't see a penny of that.
Because I would imagine that's what the Germans would have expected, some of that money to have gone to the Oba's museum.
Yeah. I think the Germans, in fact the international scene, would prefer the Benin Royal Museum before any other museum.
Yes, they would.
Yeah.
Without doubt. Without doubt.
We have a problem now. Good evening and welcome to a special edition of Edo Connect special interviews. We've had the crisis of MOWAA and the Benin Museum going on now for over 2 weeks. With me today, I have come to see Chief Steve Dunstone. Chief Steve is a man who has returned artifacts to Oba Erediauwa with Dr. Mark Walker all the way in Benin City in 2014. Chief, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Lance.
Good to see you.
Thank you for coming.
Chief, I have come here because I remember specifically one thing you said to me. You said, if you had your way, all the Benin artifacts will be put back on a boat the way they left Benin, sailed back in and put back in the Oba's palace. Yeah. So it not only are the artifacts being returned, the spirits are being reconciled. Yeah. So they go to their ancestral home. It stuck to my brain. What we've had recently is we've had a new museum in Benin called MOWAA, Museum of West African Arts. It's I don't want to say it metamorphosed or it's downgraded from the Benin Royal Museum to Edo Museum of West African Art, and now we have MOWAA.
Is this the one that's been working in partnership with British Museum?
I think so, but this was done by the ex-governor, and his partners. And now there's a court case. They've been taken to court. They've been summoned. There's been a protest against the museum opening. I have a letter here. The court case, the claimants allege a brazen and unauthorized exploitation of the name, throne, and authority of the Oba of Benin to secure international support, funding, and legitimacy for a museum project that the Oba never sanctioned. They insist that the promoters, acting through the Legacy Restoration Trust and other partners, have deliberately hijacked the long-standing plans for the Benin Royal Museum, which was conceptualized with the full endorsement of the Benin Royal Court, the Benin Dialogue Group, and the federal government. What we have in Benin is a museum that is going to be housing other artifacts, not the Benin artifacts. First, I want to get your take on that. Did you hear of any museum coming to Benin that is not the Benin Royal Museum?
No, I've not. I mean, the last time we spoke, lads, you may remember, I finished off with a message to the Edo people, and said that please be patient. All the bronzes will be coming back. They'll all come back because they're tainted where they are now in different countries.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased to say, since that interview, nearly 2,000 have been returned.
Yes. In all the agreements, the Oba's brother has just gone before the panel. He's been summoned, the one that came to the Honeymoon Museum, Prince Oba Erediauwa, the one that went to Jesus College, the one that went everywhere to pick up the bronzes that they wanted to return. What has come to light is, in the event of returning any bronzes, the institution concerned does not require the state governor. They don't require Edo State's governor.
No.
But he said he was surprised to see the governor at every return. And he kept on questioning him, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Yeah. I've only ever known in my circle that the Oba was going to be the recipient. And when I was discussing, let's say, with Cambridge, we were talking about getting representatives from the royal household at the repatriation. Never once thought about getting representatives from the state government.
Yeah.
Because the ownership is not the government, it's the Oba.
It's a big...
However, having said that, I once wrote to the dean at Aberdeen University Cambridge University offering me services. I didn't get a reply. Of course, since then you've been involved in the Horniman Museum Repatriation. 72 items they handed back. Was there a representative of the royal household there?
Yes, the Oba's brother came and
good. Now I never knew that both Cambridge and Oxford University, between the pair of them, had returned already 213 bronzes. Yeah, so they had a lot.
Yes.
Now, whether or not these different countries and organisations asked for a representative of the royal household, I don't know because I've not been involved.
Okay.
But where Germany is concerned, it was national news.
Yes.
Big news by Macron, which was great to hear, great to see, but it was dealing with governments.
Yes.
I'm not sure if he had representatives of the royal household. I don't know, but it was all governments. So I imagine when this money must have gone to the government.
It's gone to the government. The Oba has confirmed it that the government has been paid.
Yeah.
The claimant highlights that MOWAA, initially introduced by former Governor Godwin Obaseki as Benin Royal Museum, then as Edo Museum of West African Arts, MOWAA, has been surreptitiously renamed and repositioned as a private museum, Museum of West African Arts, MOWAA, intended to house and showcase Benin artifacts amongst other objects, contrary to the long-established plan for the Benin Royal Museum in front of the palace grounds to ensure accessibility to researchers and the general public. They further argue that such diversion of the artifacts to a private trust or museum is illegal, deceitful, and contemptuous on both traditional and federal ground.
Who wrote that?
It's the lawyer. It's the advocate. It's written here by barrister and solicitor Professor Yemi Akinseye George.
Well, it's right. If there's another museum being constructed on a private basis, that's complete contravention of what was established and was expected. Now, with all these monies, we don't know where we're not. You say 104 million euros by the Germans. We have a substantial, huge amount being put in by the state government. It cannot be a private museum, can it? Because we've got so much state money in there. Well, I mean, maybe that's the motivation for Basaki. By having it as a private museum and charging people to walk through the door, there's an income that he might hope to get.
Yeah.
I think he's missing the point though, because even though it'll be a huge tourist attraction, there's many other things that need to be addressed. You know, a type of quality in the hotels or the roads, just so that any tourists that come in to look at a museum enjoy their stay.
Yes.
And I think that may happen in time, but it's going to take time.
Now, the state governors said the state has put 4.1 billion towards the museum, as well as provide landed property.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah. But the museum doesn't belong to the state.
No.
So, have you seen this? How do you work this?
I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, in my experience, like, when there's been big projects involving government money, you know, a lot of it goes in the pockets of particularly politicians.
Yes.
You know, and not the only country to do that.
But you find it strange that the state, in this case, will put in so much resources.
Very much so.
For something that don't belong to them.
Yeah.
And it's unconnected to the beninbronzes.
I don't understand it. Well, historically, Lance, there's always been a battle between the Federacy, President, state governors and the Oba. And it's been difficult for the Oba to maintain ownership amongst all the politics.
Yeah.
And that's sad. It's sad.
Very inconvenient for the Oba.
Of course it is, it's wrong.
Very inconvenient.
It's wrong, and what is his motivation? It's purely money, isn't it?
It was money. It was there is all kinds of speculation that there is this notion in the election that played out 5 years ago that the governor felt he didn't get the support from the palace, and so since then and he won that election. So his next 4 years or 5 years, he didn't step foot in the palace. When visitors came to the state, he took them somewhere else.
Basaki, is he the current state governor?
No, he lost.
He lost.
Yes.
So who? Oh, I see. So it's whilst he was in power, he's done this.
It's whilst he was in power. There's a new state governor now trying to working closely with the palace, trying to.
Oh, so the new state governor is on the side of the Oba?
Yes. Yes.
Right. So is Obasaki? He's got a lot of power.
He's currently doing meet and greet, talking to Edo people everywhere. He's still. I think he's got a lot of power with the German. Maybe not.
Yeah, it just seems unbelievable that you've got the Oba doing his best, fighting his corner. You've got the current state governor doing his best on the side of the Oba, and you've got a past ex-governor causing the problem.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And then the people in Benin, a new museum is always welcome. So they've seen the structure, and they're caught in the middle, but majority are on the side of the Oba.
Was Obasaki in power when Germany handed 104 million euros?
Yes.
Right, okay.
He was the one in charge. This state governor even came out to say he didn't know.
And did any of that money go towards the Oba's new museum?
The Oba has come out to say the Oba didn't see a penny of that.
Because I would imagine that's what the Germans would have expected, some of that money to have gone to the Oba's museum.
Yeah. I think the Germans, in fact the international scene, would prefer the Benin Royal Museum before any other museum.
Yes, they would.
Yeah.
Without doubt. Without doubt.
We have a problem.